Hey guys, you can now support this show and make your life 50% better by going to patreon.com/The System Is Down and signing up for the Downers Club, where you're going to get access to a plethora of wild, crazy, and often offensive bonus audio and video episodes of the show on a weekly basis. For more information, just go to patreon.com/The System Is Down. The following is a Goulash Media production. goulashmedia.net.
Welcome to The System Is Down.
What's up, Downers? Welcome back to the least comfortable show on the web. You know what it is. It's The System Is Down, where we talk about all the uncomfortable topics, the things that your family is already praying that you're not going to bring up around the Thanksgiving dinner table in a couple weeks. Things like conspiracies, politics, and religion. My name is Dan Smots, and if you're new here, welcome to the show. Go find the person who invited you, give them a big kiss on the lips and a slap on the rear from you and I, because you're going to enjoy it, and I really appreciate them bringing you over to the show. And if you're one of the many people who tune into the show every single Monday for your weekly dose of discomfort, welcome back. And it's always a pleasure to have you. You know what we do around here. Now, you may have seen some viral videos going around lately about this thing called metal mass. I've seen 2 or 3 or 4 people posting about this on Facebook and Twitter, and somebody even posted about it in the System Is Down forum, talking about this metal mass thing. And I was curious to know what it was, and I watched the videos and found out a little bit of information, but I wanted to know more. So I did what I do, and I contacted the pastor of the Lutheran Church, Haka Kekäläinen, and had a conversation with him about what metal mass is, where it started, what his plans are for the future, and, just getting into more of the details than a lot of the videos that I found seemed to cover. So we're going to get into that here in just a moment, but before we do, I got to remind you guys about the Anti-News live broadcast tonight. That is the second show on the System Is Down channel. Anti-News Live is the broadcast where Craig and I cover everything that's going on in the world, all the current events, all the news stories and everything. We do so with a really, a little bit of a dark, twisted twist, I suppose you could say. But it's a lot of fun, and it is a call-in show and a write-in show and a listen-in show. It's all live. It's all real-time. What you get is what you get. So check that out tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time at antinewslive.com. I also got to give a shout out to our sponsor, the 29 Toes podcast, which is probably the polar opposite of the System Is Down podcast. Not a whole lot of talking about uncomfortable topics there, more of a just hanging out and chatting about what people chat about when they drink and hang out and chat about things. Talking about like movies and music and video games and things that are going on in their lives and stuff like that. It's just a real laid back, chill show, and I think you're going to enjoy it. It could be a great way for you to cleanse your palate after the discomfort that you're inevitably going to get in listening to another episode of The System Is Down. So go check that out, the 29 Toes podcast, wherever podcasts are sold. All right, let's get into my conversation with Haka Kekäläinen of Metal Mass, or as they would say in Finland, Metallimessu. I'm sure I'm totally butchering that pronunciation, but without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get weird. Well, my guest today is Lutheran pastor Haka Kekäläinen. Haka, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm just fine. I worked in the morning and a little bit afternoon.
Sure.
And, just fine.
Well, good. And we're currently working with an 8-hour time difference, so working out the schedules here was a little bit tricky, but we got it figured out, and I'm glad that you could be here. Now, you've been getting a little bit of viral fame on the internet for this Metal Mass church that you've put together. I want to get into that, obviously, but before we do, could you give a little bit of background on you and kind of your upbringing in the church, or your background with the faith?
Actually, I don't have my background is not from the church. My first occupation is electrician.
Okay.
Yeah, and then a teacher of religious education and also history. Mm-hmm. And then about little bit less than 20 years ago, I became a pastor.
Sure. In your childhood growing up, were you raised in the church or did you come to that on your own?
No, not actually. I didn't like much under my degrees. At school, I was very bad. So
Sure.
that's so good. Yeah, yeah. I didn't like school at all,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
finished it anyway.
hmm So let's talk about your church now. When you first became a pastor, you said it about 20 years ago. Did you start out with this metal mass thing, or is that more of a new thing that you've put together?
No, I was a teacher of religious education, and my friend said that you will be a good priest or something like that.
Sure.
I said that no, I don't have a faith, so I need a faith. And then I got faith in 97. And then I went to university to study to become a priest. And after that, it was a dream to make something different, mass, something like that. And it started 2005.
So about how many years you said that was about how many years into running the church that you
Now 17 years.
Okay. Gotcha. So explain to the people like what exactly this is, what metal mass is, where this idea came from, and what it consists of.
Yeah. We got a seminar here 2005, and it was called a heavy seminar. It was about music. And the leader of the seminar said the last sentence was that maybe sometimes we have some kind of heavy mass in Finland if somebody will do it. Immediately, I raised my hand. I will do it. I will do it.
That's awesome.
And then, then I found some other fellows, and we got 5 people. So we did it. And 2009 was the first one.
Okay. So is it?
Sorry, 2006.
Okay.
It's easy to see remember because it's tattooed here.
Very nice. That's cool. Yeah. So is it an every week thing? Every time you have mass, it's metal, or is it just every now and then?
No, I have my own parish. Where I'm a normal pastor.
Okay.
And then we had this rock church, and we do these metal masses all over Finland, not only in Helsinki. But every year we have also in Helsinki at least twice a year.
Okay. So it's kind of like a band, like you're a metal band touring around, and you're also working mass into the performance, right?
Yeah, I have a band. Normal band. They are very skillful guys. Same band has been, I think, 7 years now. Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm one kind of master of ceremony, so I'm a celebrant.
Sure.
I just sing. I don't play anything.
Sure. Yeah. So walk us through kind of what one of these metal masses consists of. Like what's kind of the structure for how those go?
Actually, this structure is quite similar than other masses. We have hymns from a hymn book, and they are arranged in metal. So it's a bit similar in that way. But of course, it's much more relaxed, and we have humor, and of course the music it's very loud, and you can sing as loud as you want, and
Right.
the atmosphere is totally different. You can, we don't have mosh pit, but one kind of anyway, you can do it.
Yeah. So the structure is very similar to normal mass. So does that include like speaking a sermon and taking communion, that type of thing?
Yeah, yes, all these things, yes. But of course, I think that we have, in a way, people say that we have. It's the feeling is totally different than other masses. Maybe we are not so. How to say? We are relaxed more.
Sure. I can imagine so.
Yeah.
So Like, what kind of people do you attract to these metal masses? Is it just like the metalheads? Is it just like everybody dressed in black, or is it a little bit of
No,
everybody?
no, it's average is 47 years old lady.
Okay.
So, yeah, so yeah, and every kind of people. So also metalheads, but just kids and average people.
Hmm.
So they just come and they love to the way we do it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, here in the United States, a lot of the churches, not speaking for anyone in particular, but a lot of the churches take issue with metal, and they think it's something that's dark and sinister. Have you gotten any pushback from people on that type of front?
When we started, I heard that some people they say that it's not from God or something like that. But just 1 month before, maybe you don't know. Do you know Eurovision contest?
Mm.
Okay, we have a Eurovision contest here every year in Europe,
Okay.
and one Finnish heavy group called Lordi, they won it. And so after that, heavy was like everybody's music in Finland. It was also very popular before that.
Hmm.
That's true, but after that, everybody loved it. And some people thought at the time the Lordi because he had the mask. Everybody they didn't know who was behind the mask.
Hmm.
So just a few people said they were quite strict about us.
Sure.
So I think that, and when they saw us and they heard us, so they said, "Oh, this is great! It's wonderful!" And we have quite a strict word of God in a way. We don't blame people,
Hmm.
but we have the quite strict
Yeah.
and strong. Yeah,
Sure.
we are in a way genuine
Okay.
people. Yeah, that's why people like us.
Right.
Yeah.
Something they can relate to, even if they're not huge metalheads. Then, just because you're being honest. With the touring of the metal mass, how far have you reached out? Have you like gone internationally? Have you gone overseas or anything with this?
Yeah, Stockholm.
Okay.
So Sweden,
Hmm.
we've been there, but many countries they like to see and feel us. For example, in Europe, in Middle Europe, also in Australia, in States and Canada, everywhere they want to, but just money.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Do you have plans to do anything like that in the future, or to like branch out into other churches or other bands and stuff like that? Like, what's kind of the goal moving forward with this?
Yes, we have, and now because I think that we are in the top of the wave in a way
Hmm.
now. So I think that I have to organize something abroad. People like to, for example, in California, I got. They said, Please come here. We organize everything here. Just come here." And so I think we will do it next year.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Are there any other churches like in the local areas? Is anybody like seeing this idea and seeing how it's picking up traction? Anybody like ripping off the idea or anything like that?
We have in Finland the first thing idea we got that we want in a way cells in Finland. So we have different groups now. They do the same, but it's quite rare anyway. I mean, like we do at least 10 times per year.
Hmm.
So they do maybe once a year or something like that. But anyway, uh, it's wonderful that they do it.
Sure. Now, for you personally, what is your vision for the best thing that could come of this? Like the biggest goal that you're pushing for. What do you want to see Metal Church or Metal Mass turn into?
Yeah. In Finland, the best thing is when I see people coming, then they say after me that they haven't been in maybe 20, 30 years in church because they don't like church. But after that metal mass, they said, "Oh, it's wonderful. I will come next time and next time and next time." So, and in the future, of course, I want to come, for example, to States. I like to come there because I know that we have this stage presence. It's quite good. And I think that people in States, you will love us in a way. And also the word. We can go to, for example, Utah,
Yeah.
because we have a strong word of God.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan Smots here. I'm taking a second to interrupt myself talking to talk about myself because, I don't get paid a penny for the hours and hours that I put into creating this show for you guys in your greedy little ears, and I've got a family to feed. To make that happen, I run my own media business called Goulash Media. If you have a need in anything from video production to graphic design to audio production and beyond, you can get it all for a painfully fair price at Goulash Media. In video, I do weddings, music videos, commercials, pageants, plays, etc., etc., etc. For design, I do photo editing, album art, logos, branding, business cards, merchandise, you name it. For audio, I do engineering, production, editing, jingles, and, well, podcasts. So if you've got a media need of any kind, or if you'd just like to give a little something back and help keep my children fed, check out all the endless options at my website, goulashmedia.net. That's goulash, Goulash, media.net, where we cater to the little guy with the big vision. Okay. Yeah, I was watching some of your videos, some of the videos that have been put up that are kind of projecting this thing forward. Some of the performances and stuff. The music is very well put together and everything. I'm curious if you've gotten any pushback, not just on like the darkness of the stuff, but pushback on that it's too much of a performance. Do you consider it a performance, or do you consider it like expression of yourself to God? Do you consider it worship?
First of all, it's a mass. It's really metal mass. So it's a word of God, but I said to my players that you can do whatever you want. Yeah, okay. You just feel. Yeah. You have the energy, and the people got the energy from the people, and also we have this. We don't have any barriers between audience and us, so we are very close them, and they can feel us, and we can feel them. For example, last year we got in a wooden church. It was 1,000 people there. It was wonderful to see when they stood up and they clapped and they moshed and they do everything. It was really great. And it's really funny because this is metal mass. It's mass. So it's in a way it's like a gig, but we don't want to be a gig.
Do you ever have concern of it being too self-glorifying to like be putting on these big elaborate shows? Not that it's any different from, a regular contemporary Christian church, putting on a big flashy light show. But do you ever feel like you might be focusing too much on the musicians and not enough on God?
No, because we have done it so many times in the same way. We started in the same way. We did a record, also album, and this Warner from Warner Bros. They said that maybe after that we have released it, so you can put some light and some smoke. And I said no, we won't do it. We do this like this, and it's enough, and it's enough for people. And I don't feel that I'm the great singer or great master of ceremony. No. Sure. I'm just a normal pastor, and I want to be together with my people.
So you said that you turned down, like they wanted to make it more flashy, they wanted to make it more of a performance and more lights and everything, and you turned that down?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So this is your dream. It was your dream to do something to this effect.
Yeah.
You're living it. How does that make you feel?
Of course, it's great, and now we started 2006, and our plan was to do only once,
Mm-hmm.
only once,
Yeah.
because it was a dream. So in that church, there were seats about 700 people, and there were more than 1,000 inside, and outside more than 300.
Wow.
So it was really full, yeah, really full. And then we had to do another one and another one. So now we had more than 100, 150.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I'm really pleased. I'm
Yeah.
really pleased.
So what's kind of the average number of people that comes to these on a regular basis? You said you had over 1,000 the one time, but is that pretty normal to have that amount?
No. It's of course in Helsinki maybe 300 is normal, but when we go somewhere the countryside,
Mm-hmm.
so it's full church. Yes, it's a full church.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what would you say to people who are listening who might be skeptical of your idea and think that it's like my upbringing in particular, we weren't necessarily allowed to listen to metal for the longest time even. So what would you say to people who think that the metal is something evil or dark or sinister or satanic or something like that?
Yeah, I think that if you know the history of music, you can find, for example, if you listen to Bach or something like that, you can find very evil things there. So just metal music is just music. There are people, they worshiping maybe something bad, but most of them, they are not worshiping nothing. They just like to play metal music, and that's all.
Mm-hmm.
And for example, us, we have hymns, only hymns, and they are Christian hymns. So I don't understand that.
Sure. Yeah.
Never. Of course, it's because, for example, Iron Maiden maybe started it or something like that. They had the Beast and
Right.
everything, and but no, it's just normal music. It's just hard, and it's enough.
Yeah.
Mm.
All the people, all the musicians in your band and in this metal mass, is it required that they are members of the church or that they are Christians, or do you just allow people to come and, perform together?
When we started, it was like that. But then 7 years ago, I found this band, and they were very young ones. They were 20 years old, normal musicians. They just wanted to have some money, little money,
Mm-hmm.
and play heavy metal. But now they are, really, it's a tight, in this mass. It's wonderful to see when they, for example, two guys, they arrange every hymns now,
Mm-hmm.
and we have the same band all the time, and we are very connected to each other. It's wonderful. We have really good, spirit in our band.
Cool.
And the group, it's 15 people all those technicians, and also Deacon and me, and a choir. We have choir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's quite many, 15 people.
Yeah. Very cool. Now, with you said your regular weekly church that you pastor, you don't do any of this stuff. Is that just regular services there, or does it cross over?
Sometimes, actually, December we have new system called Metallimessu Goes Christmas.
Okay.
So we do Christmas songs.
Cool.
Yeah. So we have it in my church also now, but normally no, we have some other places.
Sure.
And we have the rock church. It's the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because it actually the church is inside the big rock.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cool.
it's a good name for that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Have you seen like a numbers boost or anything in your main church, like with all the hype going around about metal mass and that type of thing?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Well, have you seen like an increase of people attending your regular church services because of the metal mass? Has that brought more people into the main church?
Uh, Actually, I don't know that the numbers, but I know that people like more our church because of us, because we are in the church, inside the church. We do it. We are not in a different church. We are Lutherans also.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that many people like more now Lutheran church because of us.
Yeah. Now, you said you guys recorded and released an album, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about that process. Did you guys have backing by any labels or anything? Did it have any marketing behind it, or was it just something you guys put out on your own?
No, it was Warner Brothers, yeah, and it was. I think we were ninth about in our top 40
Really?
list,
Wow.
and it was really funny because it's it was quite high, and
Mm-hmm.
even now people like to listen it, and but of course there are no records.
Yeah.
Actually, I have some. I have some,
Yeah.
but yeah, and Warner they liked us, but in a way, maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't put enough marketing about it
Sure.
because it was Christian music. And
Is the record these hymns? Are they the hymns done to the metal style, or are they all original songs?
both? We have also we have done them quite much. I think all we have done during the masses, but there are, I think 15 songs there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
When did that album come out?
2008.
Okay. Do you guys have any plans for anything in the future like that, recording new albums or anything?
Actually, yes, we have, but I don't know. Is it necessary to make albums or CDs nowadays?
Sure.
Maybe some. I don't know. But we have, of course, we have a plan. Yeah. And people they ask us because we can sell them after the masses.
Right.
Also, so people. But it's not necessary. I think the main thing is now to go to make more masses in Finland and abroad.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope you guys make it over here someday because I would love to. I'd love to check it out. Sounds very unique and very interesting and very cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, well,
And, I want to say that these my musicians, they are so talented. They are so good.
mhm,
So I'm very proud of them.
good.
My part is easy.
Yeah. Well, very cool. And Haka, it's been great speaking with you, and an absolute pleasure. Tell everybody where they can find all the information about you, about Metal Mass, about your church, your albums, and everything that you've got going on.
Of course, you can go to the net, and it's metallimessu.com. So it's Finnish, Metallimessu. It's almost the same, metalmass.com.
Okay.
You can find it there, and of course, from the tube, you just Google Metallimessu or Metal Mass. So it's a lot of stuff there. So
Very cool. And does that have your albums and stuff on it too? Is that where they can find those?
I think I have them.
Yeah.
Some.
Okay.
Yeah, if somebody wants, just go to Facebook and I will send it.
Okay.
For
Well,
example,
I will be asking you for it too.
10 euros and nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, great. So could you please send me a link to the main website, and I will post that in the links in the show description so everybody can find that.
From Facebook.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Okay.
Sounds great. Well, Haka, it's been great talking to you. It's been an absolute
Yeah.
pleasure, and I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Haka Kekäläinen as much as I did. And I did. You know I did. I always enjoy these conversations. Otherwise, I want to keep doing them. And I know that you always enjoy them too. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be here. You want to keep tuning in. And you want to keep listening to these long end rants where I ramble on about nonsense. And shamelessly self-promote myself. But here you are. So apparently we're both enjoying ourselves. So if you would be so kind, go tell somebody else about the show this week. Just one person. Tell one person about the show. Or if you're feeling saucy, go tell 2 people about the show. And then they can enjoy themselves as much as we're all enjoying ourselves too. Don't be greedy. Don't be selfish. Don't be stingy. Share the show with people. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, do all the sharing, all the liking, all the subscribing, all the things that millennials do. iTunes, leave a 5-star review, let people know what they're going to get. Tune into the Anti-News Live tonight. Be there or be regretful because you don't know what you're missing, really. It's a really fun show. Craig and I are enjoying it greatly. We've had a little bit of growth, but we're looking to find the sweet spot that gets people, able to tune in. So we moved it up from 9 o'clock to 7 p.m. tonight on Mondays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it seems to be a little bit more of a sweet spot. I'm hoping we can stick it out there for a little while, but that requires you guys tuning in and making it the live interactive experience that it is intended to be. You can call in, you can write in, you can just listen, what have you. There's a chat feed on the side that you can just converse with everybody else who's listening and just make fun of us the whole time, and that's totally fine too. But if you want to find out what's going on in the world to the best of our knowledge and abilities to report, tune in to Anti-News Live at antinewslive.com. tonight, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Check it out. Also, if you're not already a member of the Downers Club, be sure to go join for as little as $5 a month at patreon.com/The System Is Down, and you will get a plethora of bonus audio and video content every single week. Not to mention, you will have access to our giant amount of backlog bonus audio and video episodes of this show. So go check that out. Help keep the show going, help the show keep growing and getting into more and more uncomfortable ears and making the world a less comfortable place. Patreon.com/The System Is Down. And while you guys are out there in your week today, please just talk to somebody, be civil, and discuss something that is controversial. Politics, I know the midterms are here now. Discuss them with somebody. Discuss the outcomes, discuss your decisions, discuss what have you, but just be civil. The point of the show is to change the world one uncomfortable conversation at a time. We live in a world where conversation is dead, and you know it. You can look at Facebook, you can look at Twitter, and you can see that the art of conversation is dead. So we are here to revive it by just showing that you can converse with people that you disagree with and do so in a respectful manner. You can give and receive respect at the same time, and you can hear people out and try and figure out where they're coming from. It's probably what life's all about. So go out and chat it up with somebody this week. Help change the world, one uncomfortable conversation at a time. And do that and all the other things. And of course, I'll be back here first thing next Monday morning, right in your ears, with some more uncomfortable conversations for you. Until then, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between, question everything and stay uncomfortable. Thanks. This has been a Goulash Media production. goulashmedia.net.
This concludes our broadcast day. Click.